That's the wireless.
Welcome inside the Oshkosh Arena here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, home of the Wisconsin Herd, for the second game of tonight's tripleheader at the Stephen L. Randall Memorial Classic. We have the Appleton North Lightning going up against the Winneconne Wolves. My name is Gunnar Sippert, along with Mike Wenlint on the production side. Here for Game 2 of our tripleheader. We'll have Game 3 right after the conclusion of this one, and again with Bayport, the Pirates, taking on the Oshkosh West Wildcats, the hosts of this whole tournament. Typically, this classic has been played at Oshkosh West High School, but moving it to the big arena this year. Last year, I believe it was only 4 teams. This year, they got 6 involved. And thankfully, the weather is going to hold off for all the games to get in tonight, whereas tomorrow, Appleton North versus Bayport has already been postponed, and they moved up the Lourdes versus Oshkosh West game to an earlier start time of noon, I believe. We will not be covering any of the games tomorrow in Oshkosh, just to stay safe on the roads. We had planned to cover 4 games tomorrow, including a doubleheader of Wautoma versus Amherst, I believe. But we will not be covering any games on Zaleski tomorrow. That West versus Lourdes game remains intact, as not a lot of travel for those teams. And I am unaware of any changes regarding Wautoma and the Amherst games. Perhaps those are still getting played, but we will not be covering them, unfortunately, due to the winter storm, which gets worse as you get farther south. Just about ready for the starting lineups. I don't believe we will have the national anthem for our second game, as we had it preceding Florence versus Lourdes. Lourdes grabbing the big victory in that one to open their season, as the Knights look to rebound from a season last year that was below typical Knights standards. And as for these 2 teams, it's a tale of a team with state aspirations in Appleton North and a team who just capped off a state run, albeit on the gridiron, in the Winneconne Wolves. Appleton North, one of the top teams in the FVA, projected by Mark Miller of the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook and Prep Hoops Wisconsin to be finished first in the FVA. And pardon me, I was mistaken. We will have the national anthem, and I will step out for our public address announcer.
Let's meet today's teams.
We will get the starting lineups here. I believe actually we'll get the benches first. So as the public address announcer goes through the reserve players, get back to our pregame preview. Appleton North looking to win their first FVA title ever. The school was founded in 1995 and have never won a boys basketball conference title. They are projected to finish first by Mark Miller of Prep Hoops Wisconsin and Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook. The last 5 years, they've finished as high as third. That was last season with a record of 12-6. They are led by head coach Chris Kellett with a 94-84 overall record at Appleton North, a 60-66 conference record in the rugged FVA league. Kellett formerly coached at Shawano High School and was an assistant at Lawrence University, as well as an interim head coach at Lawrence. And for the Winneconne Wolves, coming off the Division IV state football championship, a lot of the same faces on the basketball court here. Last season, the team finished 8-17. They were 6th in the now defunct East Central Conference, as the Wolves will move to the Bay Conference this year for basketball. Head coach John Flanagan in his second year for the Wolves. Of course, his overall record at Winneconne, just 8-17. This is his first head coaching high school job. And a bit of a fun trend here on the Winneconne coaching staff, a lot of Oshkosh ties. You've got head coach Flanagan, as well as assistant coaches Eddie Mensch and Greg Schrimpf, all played at University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh over at the Kolf Center, as well as a JV assistant on their staff. Carter Strange was on Oshkosh North's varsity squad a couple years ago. And now for the starting lineups. First for the Appleton North Lightning, the dynamic, undersized point guard, number 1, Will Sweeney, a senior. Number 2, a sophomore, 6'1", Matt Rosplahowski. The leader of this team, Nathan Ramus, a 6'2" senior, committed to Division II Northern Michigan University. Grant Hardy, a 6'4" senior, the varsity quarterback as well. He's committed to Division II Winona State for basketball. And a sophomore, 6'5", Ethan Arft. So you've got the 3 seniors who have been on varsity, and I believe starting all 3 years that I've seen this team. The strong class of 2026 for the Lightning, along with 2 sophomores. And now for the Wolves. Number 1, a freshman, 5'10", Drew Lenz. Number 5, a 6'4" senior, Gage Bartell. 6'3" sophomore, number 12, Aaron Zimmer. And a 5'10" senior, the top scorer on last year's team, Parker Ingalls. And finally, Dallas Walker, a 6' senior. Winneconne coming off that state championship that they won 8 days ago at Camp Randall. Brody Schaefer, the Iowa recruit for football and the quarterback and free safety of the football championship team, is listed on the roster. I'm unsure if he's on the bench today, injured, or perhaps just not playing this basketball season, as he's got the Iowa commit, and the Hawkeyes want to make sure he's in tip-top health. Off the tip, it'll be Hardy corralling the ball off the win for the Lightning. A bit of an undersized team for Division I here are the Lightning, but they're looking to make some noise. They've got a lot of continuity from last year's squad, losing only 1 contributor, Abraham Tomori, who was an honorable mention all-conference play. Here's a 3 from Hardy. It's short. Tomori now playing at Division II Newman University in Wichita, Kansas. First shot of the game, no good for the Lightning. We get our first look at the Wolves offense. Baseline jumper does not fall for Ingalls. Ingalls averaging over 20 points a game last year. Him and Schaefer were the top scorers. Drew Lenz, the freshman, for 3 off the mark, but another offensive rebound. Third try at it. 3-pointer no good from Gage Bartell. He's got lots of varsity experience as well. The 6'4" senior is the big man on this squad. In transition, Hardy feeds Arft, and Ethan Arft, the sophomore, has our first points of the game. The freshman Drew Lenz being tasked with a lot already in his first varsity game, bringing it up the floor. This is Dallas Walker. He finds Lenz. Lenz against Sweeney, and Lenz pivot foot stuttered a bit there. Travel called. First turnover of the game for either side. Winneconne playing against a Division I school here with about 3.5 times as many students. This will be the only Division I team they play this season. They played no Division I teams last year, a couple of Division II schools. But as they move to the Bay Conference, as for 3, it's Rosplahowski, no good. As the Wolves move to the Bay Conference, they're going to face more Division II schools. You've got Shawano, Green Bay West, Green Bay East, and teams in that area, as well as Seymour, who's expected to make some noise. So a big test for Coach Flanagan early in the season. Left corner three, Grant Hardy knocks it down this time, and it's 5-0 in favor of the Lightning. Skip pass all the way to the corner. 4-3, it's Ingles. No good, and back in transition, it's stolen. Turnover for the Lightning. Here's Lenz, the freshman, starting in his first varsity game. Scoop layup, no good from Aaron Zimmer. Will Sweeney pulls up deep three. That's college range, no good. Ramus with the offensive board. Nathan Ramus corrals another offensive rebound and will reset for the Lightning. Up top, Sweeney knocks it down on his second try. 8-0 early here for Coach Kellett's squad. And we're going to have another travel here, this time on Gage Bartel. Second turnover of the half for Winneconne. Winneconne in their road burgundy. Appleton North in the home whites here on the Herd floor. The home of the Milwaukee Bucks G League affiliate. Will Sweeney gives it up to Hardy, and it looks like switching into perhaps a zone here is Winneconne. We'll see as the ball gets moved around. And stick it in man. There's a switch there, finds Lenz on Sweeney. Hardy drives from the elbow. Jumper knocked down. Sweet stroke from Grant Hardy. Makes it a double-digit lead. Winneconne in transition. NBA range three there from Gage Bartel is off the mark. Ingles gets trapped down low. Lenz for three. No good. And Bartel with the offensive board and puts it in for the first Wolves points of the night. 10-2 our score. You can see the green three-point line. That's used for the Herd. Obviously, NBA regulation there as a back cut from Sweeney. Nice feed from Ross Blahowski. Makes it 12-2. A little bit harder to see the high school level three-point line. It's tan on the mostly tan floor. Nice cut by Dallas Walker, and the feed from the freshman Drew Lenz. Back-to-back baskets for the Wolves on their last two possessions. Our first sub of the game is at the scorer's table for Winneconne. Deep three from Hardy this time. NBA range three for Grant Hardy, and he's already got 8 on the game. 15-4 in favor of the Lightning. Stay tuned for the third game of our triple header coming up after this one, and they're going to call another traveling violation on the Wolves. Third turnover of the game.
Alexander Radke, and into the game for the Wolves, number 10, Julian Averly.
Alexander Radke on for the Lightning, a 6'2 junior, number 22. And up on for the Wolves is Julian Aberly, a 6'1 senior, number 12. Ramus, who last year on Zaleski Sports in a game against Kaukauna, he feeds Hardy. Hardy for three again. Hardy with 11. 18-4 early on here in favor of Appleton North. Lenz with the fancy dribbling down the floor. Free throw line jumper, no good. Hardy with the baseball pass in transition. Nice find underneath the basket. Off the bench is Alexander Radke getting his first points of the season. It's 20-4 and a timeout called by Coach Flanagan, a 30-second timeout. We'll do the same here on Zaleski Sports live from the Oshkosh Arena.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting in that it was a class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Welcome back to Oshkosh. 20-4 our score. Appleton North leading Winneconne. First time out of the game taken by Coach Flanagan of the Wolves. And we'll see how Winneconne looks coming out of the timeout. Look, some full court pressure coming here for the Lightning, and they pull it back. Julian Aberly into the game. I said he was number 12. He's number 10 on the near side of the court. Here's his first touch in the offensive end. Aberly drives, and a zone here from the Lightning forces a turnover. Ramus feeds Rosplahowski, and Matt Rosplahowski with his first points of the game after forcing the fourth Wolves turnover. Sticking in that 2-3 zone, and another steal here for Rosplahowski as he jumps the pass, tries to dunk it, and just a little bit short. Back in transition come the Wolves. In the corner, it's Parker Ingalls for 3 off the mark. Rebound for Howie Gilbo into the game for the first time. Number 13 for the Lightning. Top of the key is Rosplahowski, just a sophomore, played a good amount of minutes last year, was an FVA honorable mention, all-conference player as a freshman. Foul underneath, our first of the game. It'll be on Winneconne. We got a couple of subs coming in for either side. Julian Eberly with his first.
And into the game for the Wolves, number 22, Dallas Walker, number 30, Aiden Van Allen.
Number 30, Aiden Van Allen on for the Wolves, and we're going to have a foul off ball here on the inbound. It's going to be on Appleton North, Nathan Ramus with the offensive foul. First for the Lightning. Saw Nathan Ramus last year score 42 against Kaukauna in a game we had on Zaleski Sports. Single-handedly willed the Lightning to a second-half comeback and set the school record for a single-game scoring. For 3, here's Aiden Van Allen off the bench. 22-4 our score. Here come the Lightning in transition. Sweeney is lightning fast down the court. Pardon my pun there. A little bit of a stutter step, but Radke maintains the pivot foot. Here's Sweeney driving right side. Left-handed layup is good and one. Will Sweeney will head to the line with a chance for 3.
14, Parker Ingalls, his first personal, team second. Checking into the game for the Lightning, number 10, Ethan Eisenberg.
Parker Ingalls with his first foul, and number 10, Ethan Eisenberg, on for the Lightning. As 3 players already coming in off the Lightning bench, looking to have a deep squad this year as Sweeney completes the 3-point play. 25-4 our score. Drew Lenz, a freshman in his first varsity game. Nice step back, fadeaway jumper. And there are his first varsity points scored in a G League arena here. Winneconne amping up the pressure, looking to the weak side are the Lightning. Here's Gilbo, Howie driving in, right-handed layup, good off the glass. That's the 6th different scorer for Appleton North. Here's Parker Ingalls. He averaged over 20 a game. He was a second-team all-conference player for Winneconne last year. Feeds the corner, number 0, Cal Volpe. No good, and we'll have a jump ball underneath. It'll stay with the Wolves. 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. A big lead for Appleton North. Winneconne needs to take care of the ball. Certainly Coach Flanagan was telling them that in the first timeout.
Back into the game for the Wolves, number 5, Gage Bartel.
Gage Bartel back into the game for Winneconne. Here's Dallas Walker. He's got 2 of Winneconne's points on the night. Cal Volpe looking baseline, gives it to Lenz, and you can already tell Lenz is advanced for a freshman. The handle is certainly there for Coach Flanagan's squad. Here's Volpe again from the corner. This time knocks it down. And the first 3-pointer of the night is knocked down by the senior Cal Volpe, number 0. Left open for 3 is Will Sweeney, and you can't do that with a player of his caliber. He's already got 11 on the night. Crossover from Lenz, and Lenz needing to pick up his handle. Parker Ingalls yet to score. He forces up a shot through contact here, and it's going to be on the ground.
Lightning number 10, Ethan Eisenberg, first personal, team second. Checking into the game
Ethan Eisenberg with his first. Second team foul for the Wolves, both teams with 2 so far. Inbound goes to Ingles. Ingles can't get it to go with the turnaround one-hand shot. Sweeney bringing it down with his 11 points. Sweeney and Hardy have been the big scorers on the day as Nathan Ramus has been held off the score sheet. He was their top scorer a year ago and a unanimous first-team All-FVA pick. Sweeney drawing a foul here. Dallas Walker with his first. As you see on the far side of the screen, the Bayport Pirates arriving. Oshkosh West arrived during the first game, obviously much shorter of a commute for the Wildcats. 2-3 zone here for the Wolves as Coach Kellett calls out their preferred package against it. Shot fake from Ross Blahowski. Handoff Will Sweeney as it's 30-9. Deep 3 from Ross Blahowski, no good. And tipped out of bounds. It will switch directions as it's off of a Appleton North player. 30-9. Our score, Nathan Ramus back into the game. Volpe will be the inbounder here, and a bit of full court pressure from Appleton North. We'll see how intense it is with the 21-point lead. Ingles able to break it himself off the inbound. Ingles thought he had Lenz there, but a nice tip from Ross Blahowski. Another chance here for Matt, and he slams it home. The sophomore gets up, standing just 6'1". Impressive vertical there to make it a 23-point ball game. Lenz feeding Dallas Walker in the low post. Jumper from Lenz, that's a 3 if it goes, and it does. Drew Lenz. Pardon me, it was just a long 2. Hard to see that tan 3-point line. Foul on the ground here against the Lightning. Halfway through our first half, it's a 32-11 lead for Appleton North. Underneath the basket will be Nathan Ramus inbounding. Ramus looking for Ross Blahowski, instead gives it to Sweeney in the corner. It's a 1-3-1 zone for the Wolves. You can see the freshman Drew Lenz running the baseline, number 1. Ramus, nice skip pass to Ross Blahowski, but he had to corral it from going out of bounds. He's hip checked and will draw a foul. 4th foul of the half on Winneconne. First personal team foul on Gage Bartell. Again, Ramus on the inbound, a box setup. This time they go the easy way to Arft in the corner. Around a curl. There is Hardy, nice feed. Arft underneath, drawing another foul. 3rd of the possession, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to have another inbound. Aaron Zimmer with his first, so positive of having 5 fouls so far for Coach Flanagan's team. 5 different players, only with 1. Ross Blahowski threw a little bit of contact there. Gets it to go as we enter the second portion of this first half. Dallas Walker on the baseline. Nice pass and a better cut from Gage Bartell as he gets it to go. He's the first player, or tied for 4 points for the Winneconne lead. And the pass from deep in the corner there from Sweeney, one he would like to have back, as that's the first turnover on the books for, by my count, at least for the Lightning. 34-13. Our score here from the Oshkosh Herd Arena. Home of players this season such as Victor Oladipo and Alex Antetokounmpo. Former Herd players including A.J. Green, as well as many different injury assignments here. I remember Jabari Parker playing here. Dallas Walker for 3, left open at the top of the key. As it back the other way, Ross Blahowski jumping in front of a pass, maybe meant for Sweeney. No harm done. Ramus still not on the score sheet. He's distributing today. Will Sweeney in the corner for 3. Clinical precision from downtown from the Lightning. Timeout called by Appleton North with a 37-16 lead. We will take a timeout ourselves here, a 30-second variety live from Oshkosh Arena. Stay with us on Zaleski Sports.
We're back with better halves. Jane is looking for a better health plan. Jane?
I need someone who'll make time for me. So, how would you two get to know me?
You want time? I'll keep you on hold all night long.
He sounds gross.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I won't treat you like a number. I've got award-winning service and coverage made just for you.
Now that's better. Next up, networks.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. A 21-point lead for the Appleton North Lightning over the Winneconne Wolves. 7:41 to go in the first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Fox Valley Tech. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit classes made available by Fox Valley Technical College. These are college-level classes that high school students take for free, saving on average more than $600. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical. Again, that's fvtc.edu/gettechnical. Turnover out of the timeout there for the Winneconne Wolves. Both teams have taken 1 30-second timeout here in the first half. 1-3-1 will remain in effect for Coach Flanagan and Winneconne. Ramus with the skip pass to Will Sweeney. And you got to imagine, even though Appleton North called that last timeout, what they were talking about in the Winneconne huddle was do not leave Will Sweeney open. He's already got 4 3-pointers here in the first half. Second foul of the game on Dallas Walker. First player on Winneconne with multiple, so Appleton North in the bonus for the rest of the half. Easy touch there for Grant Hardy. Can't get it to go. Gets his own board, though, and finishes on the second chance opportunity. Ramus just finding the Winneconne defense not expecting that sort of pass. Full court pressure as Lenz breaks it. Out of bounds off of Nathan Ramus. Ramus last year, as I said, unanimous first team all FVA. Averaged just 14 points per game, 6 boards per game, and 5.6 assists, which led the FVA. Great point guard style player as he's headed to Northern Michigan, up in Marquette, Michigan next year to play Division II NCAA basketball. Here's Drew Lenz just starting his high school basketball career, the freshman starter. He's been in the entire time here for Coach Flanagan. He drives, nice control, and gets it to go. Drew Lenz, a standout here in the first half for the Wolves. Will Sweeney leads all scorers. Into the corner they go. Grant Hardy, that one's a little short off the top of the backboard, perhaps just clipped the front side. Nearly stolen. Lenz a skip pass, and that'll be a learning opportunity for the freshman as the 6th turnover of the game is converted into 2 for Matt Rosplahowski. Into the corner, it's Aberly. Lenz left open for 3. It's short. And those are going to be the kind of looks that Winneconne needs to cut into the deficit. I like that shot selection from the freshman Lenz. Under 6 minutes to go here in what's been a pretty fast-paced first half. Ramus is going to penetrate the 1-3-1 and settle things down. Gives it to Hardy. Hardy looking inside. The sophomore Ethan Arft. He had the first points of the game. And that's his first basket since the first basket of our contest. Full timeout called by head coach John Flanagan. We will do the same here on Zaleski Sports. Stay with us here at the Stephen L. Randall Memorial Classic live from Oshkosh Arena.
Good evening, folks. Matt LePay here. Ridgetop Exteriors is kicking off your roof replacement like pros. Old shingles off, decking down, ice and water guard set. Textbook protection. Underlayment follows. Sealed tight like an O-line. Valleys flashed. Shingles installed row by row. Captain ventilated. The crew scoops every nail, leaving no yard marker behind. This project's wrapped. Your turn to call the play at ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, it's Brian Butch, former college and professional basketball player. Abbey Bank is helping provide local families in need with a meal this holiday season, and you can double your impact. Abbey Bank will match all monetary donations for a total of $1,000 made through Abbey Bank and Appleton by Friday, December 12th. All donations will go to the St. Joseph Food Program in Menasha. For more information, visit abbeybank.com. Happy holidays from all of us. This ad is sponsored by Abbey Bank, member FDIC.
out of the third timeout of the game, the second taken by Winneconne. Our score 43-18. Welcome back inside the Oshkosh Arena. Gunnar Zippert along with Mike Wenland here, live on Zaleski Sports. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open every night from 5 to 9 p.m. the day after Thanksgiving, today, through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. Fortunate bounce there for Gage Bartell, and he's up to 6 points for Winneconne. Half-court trap for the Wolves, broken by Appleton North's senior class. In the low post, it's Arft kicking it to Ramus, and back in for Arft. He's got 4. He averaged 4 last year as a freshman. Again, much of the nice bounce pass there from Grant Hardy. What a find. Matt Rasplahowski with 10 points. He's into double digits. Ingles splitting a double. And in transition, Parker Ingles gets on the board. Last year, Ingles averaging over 21 points a game. To be exact, 21.8. In the corner, it's Radke, Alexander Radke, new to this varsity squad, at least new in terms of getting minutes this season. No good on that attempt. He's a junior. Driving and pulling up is Ingles, and back-to-back baskets for the senior leader. 45-24, our score. As some renewed intensity from the Wolves has led to some success on the offensive end. Rasplahowski no good for 3. Lightning have gone a little bit colder from downtown. Walker was looking to draw a foul there. Shot wild and no foul called. Reverse layup from Radke, no good. Under 4 to go in the first half, and a reach-in foul there from Alexander Radke. His first, team's third. Winneconne with 6, but they've done well not to commit any since they got to that 6th foul a couple of minutes ago. So Appleton North will shoot free throws the rest of the half on any defensive fouls or loose ball fouls against Winneconne. Volpe and Lenz back into the game for Winneconne. So a rotation, I believe, of 7 players has gotten in so far for Winneconne. And Appleton North a little bit deeper at 8. Trap coming for Drew Lenz, and we're going to have no foul there, just out of bounds, off of a player in white. Volpe will inbound on the side. Cal Volpe with 3 points on the night on a corner 3 from the far side. Tough handoff there as it goes off the feet of Lenz. Layup easy does it for Will Sweeney. His first points since he hit his 4th 3-pointer. A little bit antsy on the inbound there were the Wolves. It gets knocked out of bounds. They'll get a second chance off the tip. Ingles will take charge. Nice head fake to get Sweeney to blow by him. Not quite over half court, so no backcourt violation there. Offensive rebound by Zimmer, and he is blocked over his head. A nice recovery from Howie Gilbo. Checking back in is Gage Bartell. Bartell tied for the team lead in scoring along with Drew Lenz. They both have 6. 47-24, our score late in the first half. Inbounder is Zimmer. He's getting close to 5 seconds. Nice pass into Bartell. Bartell finds Volpe. They've got Volpe scouted on that corner 3, and he will draw a foul before he steps out of bounds. Fourth foul. Gilbo's first. And that was the 4th of the half. I believe I might have said 5th. Nice back cut from Zimmer, and 1. Aaron Zimmer, the senior, with his first points of his senior season, looking to make it 3 at the line. Last season, Zimmer, actually I've got him as a sophomore on, pardon me, I saw a senior. So Zimmer, just in his 2nd varsity season, he averaged 3 points a game and 3 rebounds a game. Can get to 3 points here, does just that. First free throw of the game for the Wolves. Gets them to 27. Appleton North with a 20-point lead, but Winneconne playing much better in the latter portion of the first half. A steal off the full court pressure there. And Parker Ingalls will finish it. He's got 6 to tie him for the Winneconne lead. And in transition, breaking the press, finishing the play is Ethan Arft, but the passing of his teammates setting him up there on the press break. So you see the double-edged sword of the full court press for Winneconne there. Deep 3 for Volp, no good, and Arft with a board. Arft, after that basket, has 6. Ramus in transition, lost it, but it was tipped. And he gets an offensive rebound. He's 0 for 2. I believe those were his first shots of the game, as Ramus has been very selfless. Hardy feeds Arft. And the sophomore Ethan Arft with 8 on the night, back-to-back. Field goals for him. Travel on Cal Volp here. Dallas Walker back in for Winneconne. Eight different players have seen the floor for Winneconne thus far. I said 7 earlier. I forgot about Aiden Van Allen, number 30, not on the floor currently. Here's Grant Hardy. He's got a couple of triples knocked down tonight. It's been mostly Will Sweeney, though, from downtown. Ross Blahowski with the dunk earlier on the breakaway. Gives it up to his senior leader, Grant Hardy, the future Winona State Warrior. Shot fake and follow through. Gets it to go. He's got 3 3-pointers and now 3 2-point baskets. Good for 15 on the night. Nice pull-up from Drew Lenz. Knocks it down. The freshman with poise. Cuts it back to 22. Howie Gilbo in transition. He'll be called for the travel there as he hesitated midair. Ethan Arft back in. I wasn't even aware he had checked out. That's how quick his stay on the bench was. Julian Aberle back for the Wolves. 53-31, 90 seconds remaining here in the first half in a matchup of FVA and Bay Conference teams here. Winneconne moving conferences this year as the East Central 6-team conference is no more. Ingalls collects a loose ball and finishes. Parker Ingalls with a great second quarter here, if you'll allow me to say quarter. Second portion of the first half. He did not score in the first 9 minutes of this half. Now he's got 8 points. Pass goes from Hardy to Arft, and Arft has got 10. 55-33, we got a minute to go here. Dallas Walker has to regain his dribble. Drew Lenz loses it, and here comes Sweeney. He's got Ross Blahowski with him. Dunked it earlier. This time he'll lay it up and in off the 7th turnover of the half from the Wolves. Ross Blahowski's got 12. Kick it. NBA range 3 for Ingalls is no good. And here comes Will Sweeney in transition. He's got Arft with him. Sweeney takes it himself. Great body control. And Will Sweeney, despite being undersized, plays some of the most intelligent basketball I've seen over the past few years. He's certainly looking to play at the next level. Not currently committed as far as I could find. Gage Bartell drawing the foul. Sweeney with his first foul, if I can quick do some mental math here. He's got 21 points to lead all scorers. So last year for Appleton North, you had 4 future college players. I'm assuming Will Sweeney's going to make it at the college level as well, as you had Ramus, Hardy, Tomori, who has moved on after graduation. First free throw is good from Bartell. Tomori now playing at a Division II school in Kansas, Wichita to be specific. Then you've got the 2 Division II commits in Ramus, Northern Michigan, and Hardy going to Winona State as 2 for 2 from the line is Gage Bartell. Winneconne 3 for 3 as a team so far. And then Will Sweeney, certainly a Division III or Division II caliber level player as well. So talented program here for Appleton North. Again, this season looking to win their first FVA title in school history. Final shot of the half is no good from Ross Blahowski, and our score headed into the halftime break, 59 for the Appleton North Lightning to Winneconne's 35. We will be back with a halftime recap. We'll get you the leading scorers and get foul trouble assessed as well on our halftime show. But before that, we will take a quick break here on Zaleski Sports live from Oshkosh Arena.
Nestled in the Wildwood Park and Zoo, the Marshfield Rotary Winter Wonderland has dazzled families with over 1 million lights displayed. Admission is free. Cash donations and non-perishable items encouraged. The Winter Wonderland is open November 28th through December 31st.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was the class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports here at the break. A 59-35 lead for the Appleton North Lightning over the Winneconne Wolves. Leading scorers in the first half. We'll start with the road team. At least on my scorebook, as I'm noticing Winneconne is maybe the home team on the scoreboard here. Leading the way for the Wolves, a three-way tie at 8 points. The freshman Drew Lenz, along with senior Gage Bartell and senior Parker Ingalls. 5 points for Dallas Walker, and 3 apiece for both Aaron Zimmer and Cal Volpe. On the Winneconne side, they committed a lot of fouls early in the first half, but no player with more than 2 as we head to the second, as they committed 6 total team fouls in the first. And on the Appleton North side, 21 points for Will Sweeney to lead all scorers. Grant Hardy chipping in with 15. Ross Blahowski with 12. Ethan Arft with 10. And 2 each for Howie Gilbo and Alexander Radke. Nathan Ramus scoreless in the first half, and the Lightning still able to build a commanding lead as Ramus was looking to distribute to his teammates. 59-35 our score. Coming up later on tonight in the final game of our triple header, another FVA team, the host of the Stephen L. Randall Memorial Classic, the Oshkosh West Wildcats, looking to improve upon a 8th place finish in the FVA last season. They will take on the Bayport Pirates. The Pirates come in with a lot of size, specifically from their 2 transfers from Monroe, as a family move of the Meyer family leads to the Meyer brothers, JT and JJ, playing for Bayport this season, a Fox River Classic conference team, as those are arguably the 2 best Division I conferences outside of Milwaukee and Madison, the FVA and the FRCC. We'll see that in our final game here on this triple header. Again, if you're just joining us, unfortunately due to the weather tomorrow, none of the Stephen L. Randall Memorial Classic will be on Zaleski Sports. If you are local to Oshkosh, though, the Lourdes versus Oshkosh West game still planning to be played if you want to come down to the arena. That will do it for our halftime recap. We'll take another quick break here before coming back and we'll get scores from around the Zaleski Sports Network here. Please stay with us for these ads and coming back after this.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Mega Custom Apparel, your local source for quality, custom decorated clothing and products. Discover a wide range of products from corporate casual wear to team uniforms, promotional items, sporting goods, and awards. Don't settle for less. With our in-house production, we will make your name or event stand out with custom sports jerseys, branded cooler bags, and personalized can coolers. Celebrate team success with custom awards and promotional items. At Meta Custom Apparel, we put your brand first. Explore your options today at metacustom.com.
Looking for a place where everyone feels at home? Welcome to Point Brewery, your family-friendly tap room with something for everyone. From a wide variety of local brews to classic Point sodas for the kids, we've got the perfect pour for everyone. Craving a bite? We've got hot, cheesy Portesi pizzas ready when you are. Whether you're hanging out inside or soaking up the sun in our outdoor beer garden, there's space to unwind. Planning a celebration? Reserve our private event room and make it a gathering to remember. Point Brewery, good times, great taste, all on tap.
Help us create iron castings the world uses and trusts. At Wapaka Foundry, you're not just making parts. It's the pride in what you do, the quality of people beside you, and the career you create. What we make matters. Who makes them matters more. Join us. Cast your future at Wapaka Foundry. Visit jobs.wapakafoundry.com. Go!
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. Just about 3 minutes left to go in our halftime break here. In the middle game of our triple header, 59-35, Appleton North leading Winneconne in a matchup of a Division I school versus Division III school. Again, stay tuned for a Division I matchup. Two teams playing in the same sectional this year, Bayport and Oshkosh West. Appleton North in a separate sectional, as they will be located more with the western part of the state and central part of the state. For Division I, you got to stretch the sectionals a little bit. Not as many schools closely populated. Other games on Zaleski Sports tonight, you've got Wausau East and Eau Claire North boys basketball going on right now. Those two teams played last year, I believe, at Eau Claire North, as well as some hockey coming up later tonight. Superior against Eau Claire Memorial. Nakusa and Columbus Catholic also coming up live from the Cranberry Classic. Neilsville and Assumption, New London and Mosinee as well. All those games boys basketball today as the holiday classics get going here in the state of Wisconsin. Unfortunately, many getting cut short due to the weather tomorrow. One final time here in the first half, we'll let you know that we are not broadcasting any games here from Oshkosh tomorrow. The Bayport versus Appleton North game has been postponed. Will be played at a later date at a different site, almost certainly. Planning on Appleton North. And a non-conference, that's a heavyweight matchup, as both teams are ranked within the top 10 of the Division I polls, no matter where you look, whether it's Mark Miller at the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook or over at Bound with the Bound Zaleski Sports polls. We will see Bayport later on tonight, however, on Zaleski Sports, taking on Oshkosh West. It'll be interesting to see how West matches up against Bayport's size, as the Pirates are in the stands right now. West has just broken for the locker room. Our earliest game today was Oshkosh Lourdes against Florence. Florence making the 3-hour drive down from northern Wisconsin and leaving soon after the game there to get home safely. Thank you to Florence for coming down to this and thankfully able to get in their one scheduled game. Tomorrow, there's only 2 scheduled games, and only one will be played. That is Oshkosh Lourdes against Oshkosh West, what's becoming a bit of a tradition. West got the win last year as the 4-team Stephen L. Randall Memorial Classic last year was West, Lourdes, Hortonville, and Fort Atkinson. A couple of FVA teams in that one as well. The two FVA teams not meeting, as is the case this year. Oshkosh West and Appleton North will not play until FVA play gets officially underway. And at the top of the FVA this year is hoping for the Lightning fans is Appleton North, looking to win their first conference title in boys basketball program history. The school founded in 1995 as Appleton expanded to 3 public high schools. Also at the top of the FVA this year, last year's champions, Kaukauna, figure to still be very competitive behind big man Andrew Jensen, a DePaul commit. Nina and Kimberly both sporting deep teams, and don't count out Oshkosh North, who despite finishing in the middle of the pack last year in conference play, made a run to the state semifinals, nearly beating eventual state champion Wisconsin Lutheran in the state semifinals. Wisconsin Lutheran going on to defeat Marshfield in the final. Oshkosh North still has lots of talent despite Mr. Basketball Xavier Mitchell moving on to Iowa. They've got a Division II commit of their own, just like Appleton North does. Bryce Ott, a great football player as well, committing to Minnesota Mankato, where former Oshkosh North Spartan Quincy Anderson also played. So some ties for the North program as Tyrese Halliburton and Xavier Mitchell both go to Iowa State. Quincy Anderson and Bryce Ott both go to Minnesota State Mankato. Second half, right to left across your screen, go the Lightning of Appleton North. First possession after the tip was won by Winneconne. Ross Blahowski to Hardy, and it's the normal starting 5 for Appleton North. Typically last year you saw Abraham Tomori, who moved on due to graduation, in the starting lineup. Here's Will Sweeney, deep 3 from the left corner. He's got his 5th three-pointer of the game and puts the Lightning over 60. 62-35. Driving is Parker Ingalls. Spin move on Ramus. Picks up his dribble. Has to relocate back outside. Nice take from Gage Bartell, but he can't finish. Out on the break. Maybe had numbers there, but Hardy thinking better of it. Left-handed 3 from Nathan Ramus. His first attempt from downtown all day. No good. And Drew Lenz corrals the rebound. Lenz handing it off to Parker Ingalls, the D4 state champion football Winneconne Wolves. Perhaps a little bit of football still left in this team. Not many practices for Winneconne, certainly. Just this week, as they were crowned D4 state champions on Thursday, and I imagine did not practice last Friday, as practice only began last week in boys basketball on Monday. Dallas Walker open for 3, gets it to go. Nice shot from Walker, his second three-pointer of the game. Getting around a screen there, and Ramus a little bit too late to contest. 62-38 our score. 1-3-1 zone again for the Wolves. Sweeney thought about a 3. Good closeout from the Wolves defense. You've got Bartell at the top of the 1-3-1 with Walker and Ingalls inching up from the wings. Hardy pass to Ross Blahowski backside and 1. Ross Blahowski with a chance to make it a 3-point play in the first half. Only 1 free throw attempt for the Lightning. Will Sweeney converting on that try. Third foul of the day on Dallas Walker. So a little bit of foul trouble for one of John Flanagan's starters. Ross Blahowski gets it to go. Lenz over to Ingalls. Ingalls moving in from a more comfortable range. No good. Sweeney, nice outlet pass to Arft. Arft comes back for it and finishes with the left. Ethan Arft with 12 on the day, 10 in the first half. Walker driving. Ball is booted around, and Will Sweeney with an intentional kick there. 67-38 our score. Underneath the basket, inbound for the Wolves, who will now be playing in the Bay Conference this year. projected by Mark Miller of Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook to finish right in the middle of the 9-team conference, right at 5th, after finishing in 5th last year in the East Central. Baseline drive from Ingles, gets stuck underneath the basket, but relocates well and gets his first points of the half. He's into double digits now with 10. 67-40. Our score, here's Grant Hardy driving, kicking. Will Sweeney for 3 again. This time it's off, and here come the Wolves in transition. Bartell's got Ingles with him. Bartell will take it strong himself. A little too strong. Ingles with a second chance gets it to fall. Parker Ingles with a nice mini 4-0 run here for the Wolves, and gets back on defense as you've got Bartell at the top of that 1-3-1. And driving baseline, Sweeney, I don't think the bottom of that 1-3-1 was located particularly early on that possession. Sweeney with the drive and score there. Out of bounds, off of Winneconne, their first turnover of the half. They had 7 in the first half by my count, by my unofficial count. Aberly and Volpe, the primary substitutions in the first half, come in for their first second half minutes here. Nathan Ramus inbounds to Grant Hardy, and they'll bring it across half court. A little bit of pressure from Bartell at the top of the 1-3-1. You've got Drew Lenz, the freshman, at the bottom. Cal Volpe anchoring the center. 3-pointer for Sweeney off the back iron from his point of view. A little bit strong. Volpe struggles, uses his dribble there. Got caught midway, and Ingles with a deep 3, knocking it down. He's got 7 in the half and 15 total to lead all Winneconne scorers. I believe 15 ties him for second in the game. Head fake there will be called a travel on Hardy as Dallas Walker comes back in. Ingles gets around the light pressure of a full court press put on by the Lightning. 24-point lead for the Lightning, and Winneconne looking to play like they did towards the end of the first half as they really started to click on offense and took care of the ball much better. Here's Aberly giving it to Ingles. Aberly driving in, gets blocked, but comes up with the ball. Nice effort from Julian Aberly, and a timeout called by Coach John Flanagan, bailing out his player there. We'll wait to see. It is a 30-second timeout. We will do the same here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be right back after.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big-name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Welcome back inside the Wisconsin Herd Arena here in Oshkosh. 69-45, the lead for Appleton North in their first game of the season. First game of the year as well for Winneconne, and this will likely be Winneconne's toughest test of the year. The only Division I school they're playing, the largest enrollment they're playing against. And this game should prepare them. A nice inbounds play. They found Dallas Walker open, but he can't get the layup to go. Ethan Arft takes one dribble, nice press break, or full court transition offense there from Appleton North. Ross Plahowski gets stuck inside, and Hardy will recalibrate for the Lightning. Another baseball-style pass. That one doesn't go as well as the first of the possession. Ingles called for a carry. It'll be an inbound for the Lightning on the side. A couple of subs coming in for Appleton North. Alexander Radke back in for the first time in the second half, and Dane Smith with his first minutes of the game, number 3, a 5'8" junior for this North squad, likely his first varsity minutes. Ross Plahowski penetrates the defense and finishes with the floater. 71-45 as Ross Plahowski is now at 17 on the game. Aberly gets picked from behind, but it will go out of bounds as Rosplahowski puts on some pressure there. Inbound comes to Drew Lenz, the freshman who has looked very impressive so far today. Had 8 points in the first half. Scoreless so far. Looking to change it in the second half. His first basket comes from downtown. His first varsity three-pointer comes at the Oshkosh Arena as he's got 11. Gilbo to Ramus. Ramus finds Smith. Smith relocates to Rosplahowski. Great ball movement from the Appleton North Lightning. Rebound goes out of bounds off the top of the backboard. 12:34 to go here in the first half. As Drew Lenz brings it back up. Lenz finding Ingles. Ingles deep three, made one of those earlier in the half. That one short off the front iron. And Rosplahowski in transition. He was looking for Smith. It's kicked and will stay with the Lightning. Waiting for a buzzer there, never came. Or at least a whistle. Black Friday at Fleet Farm is here. Doors open early at 5 a.m. today, and the first 500 customers received a free plush moose and had a chance to shop this year's best deals. Get an early peek at the Black Friday ad at fleetfarm.com. Easy basket for Hardy off the inbound, his first points of the half. 73-48 as Hardy is now at 17, tied with Rosplahowski. Kick from Volpe to Lenz. Lenz driving baseline, finds Aberly. Aberly trying to kick it back outside. Good active hands by the Lightning. It's Radke tipping it out of bounds. Aiden Van Allen back in for the Wolves, his first minutes of the second half. Inbounder will be Drew Lenz, the point guard. Bartel also coming back into the game as it looks like Parker Ingles needs to be checked out for perhaps a blood concern on the sideline. Pass is tipped, eventually ends up in the hands of Walker. And they'll set up man defense most of the night, if not entirely, for the North Lightning. Pull-up jumper no good from Lenz, but he certainly has that tool in his bag, a very quick release. Volpe's first foul of the game comes here in the second half. Team second. Both teams had 6 fouls in the first half. Appleton North with 0 so far here in the second. And Ingles back in after getting a little bit of assistance from the trainer. Lenz will take a break. Full court press on here for the Wolves. Hardy to Rosplahowski across the timeline. And now Ramus up top. Man defense for the Wolves. Back outside. Here's Dane Smith for 3. His first shot attempt of the game. No good. And here comes Walker. Walker to Ingles. He's met, and that'll be a foul on Smith as he got a little too far in the way of Dallas Walker. Or, pardon me, Parker Ingles. First team foul of the half for Appleton North. Inbounder is Volpe. He's running out of time here. Just goes easy pass to Aiden Van Allen. Ingles around a screen, into the lane. Floater dropped for the senior leader on this team. He's got 18 points on the game to lead all Winneconne scorers. Football-style throw to the quarterback, Grant Hardy, from Ramus. Back outside, Dane Smith again for 3. This time can't get it to go, a little strong. 73-50 our score, and pickpocketed. Here comes Ramus in transition. He'll lay it in for, somehow, his first points of the ballgame. Ramus averaged 14 last year. I once saw him score 42. Van Allen gets blocked by Hardy, but out of bounds off of Appleton North. Sweeney back in for Ramus. And Howie Gilbo into the game as Radke heads off. And I believe that was something that hamstrung Appleton North last year, was their relative lack of depth. Dallas Walker for 3. Dallas Walker with his third triple of the game. making it a 53-75 game. So good for Coach Kellett trying to get out ahead of it and get some players minutes here and figure out what his rotations are going to be this season. Grant Hardy driving right at Dallas Walker. Walker backed off and grabbing his own board. Hardy back out to Sweeney. Sweeney with another three-pointer. He's got 6 on the day. In transition, Bartel, Euro step, fading off the mark to the left. Good stand-up defense there from Hardy. Subs on here, 3 for Winneconne. Lenz and Zimmer back. Jack Bushing on for his first time tonight. Number 20. Sweeney will bring it across. Again, the pressure from Winneconne. Not relenting, and Bartel took a foul there. I think a shot to the head, incidental contact. And Bartel shaken up a little bit. Teammates helping him up. Sweeney second, first of the half for him. Second team foul of the half. 9:55, nearly 3/4 of the way through this one. Appleton North up 78-53. Bartel still a little shaken up. They're giving him a second. North backing off of the full court pressure. It's going to be Dane Smith meeting Lenz at half court. Lenz going baseline. Jumper is good. Drew Lenz with 13 on the night. And one. Couldn't hear the whistle over the cheers from the Winneconne bench. At least I couldn't. Lenz's first varsity free throw attempt coming up here. He's got 13, looking to make it 14. It is good. Winneconne is 2 for 2 at the line. They've only had a couple of three-point plays. Otherwise, no shots from the charity stripe given by the Appleton North defense. Hardy looking inside. Gilbo, nice cut underneath the zone defense. And Gilbo with his first basket of the half. He's got 4 on the day. Ingles behind the back. Fancy dribbling. Turnaround shot. No good, but he will draw a foul. We'll have our first set of free throws here for the Wolves. As long as that was in the act of shooting. It was. Ingles' first free throw attempts of the night. Gets the first one to roll in. We will have our usual Nasonville Dairy post-game show, but we will unfortunately not be able to get an interview with the winning head coach and player just due to the quick turnaround time for this classic here. We'll get started focusing on the Bayport Oshkosh West broadcast. That will be a separate stream, so if you're watching this game and you also want to tune in to the Bayport Oshkosh West game, you'll have to exit out and go back to the Zaleski Sports YouTube channel or ZaleskiSports.com. Turnover there on the inbound. A little miscommunication for Appleton North, their second turnover of the half. Walker, the inbounder, underneath. You got the safety valve is Lenz up top. They go to him. Players break. He'll take the 3. It's good. His second three-pointer of the half. And Lenz has 16. He leads all Winneconne scorers. In transition, a little bit of a hesitation there, but Arft gets the feed from Ethan Eisenberg. No good on the reverse layup. Lenz finds Bartel. Bartel goes the opposite way. Gets the shot to fall. Nice bounce there for Bartel. And he's got 10. Into double digits as we cross the halfway point of the second half, and a full timeout called by Coach Chris Kellett of the Appleton North Lightning. 8:45 remaining, an 80-63 lead for the Lightning here on Zaleski Sports.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house is brand new again.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Out of the full timeout there, called by Coach Chris Kellett. We are back on Zaleski Sports from Oshkosh Arena. Gunnar Zippert, Mike Wendland with you. 80-63, the lead for Appleton North. It'll be an inbound for the Lightning on the near sideline. Hardy looking to Ross Blahowski. Ross Blahowski baseline, met by a double, still goes up and one. Impressive control in the air there. As Ross Blahowski is up to 19, looking to make it 20 out of the timeout here. Free throw is good off the front rim, gets a nice roll as he's up to 20 points. That was the second timeout called by Coach Kellett of Appleton North. He's got 3 remaining. Winneconne's got 2. 20-point lead for the Lightning. Lenz behind the back, step back 3, gets it to go, his third of the half. Drew Lenz, ultra impressive here for Winneconne in his debut. Ramus on the press break. Ramus to Hardy. Grant Hardy driving, pulling up. Runners no good. Ball nearly tipped in again. That happened in the first half. It was fortunate for Winneconne as it was on that same hoop. Bartel hands it off to Zimmer. Zimmer, left-handed shot is good. And Aaron Zimmer. 83-68 our score. 15. The smallest the lead has been for Appleton North since midway through the first half, as Winneconne making a rally here in the second. Post-to-post pass, Ross Blahowski to Hardy, and one. Bartel's third foul. Team's fourth. And at the line, looking to complete the three-point play. Grant Hardy, no good. And a foul on the rebound effort there from Winneconne. Tonight's game brought to you by Fox Valley Tech. Each year, more than 6,000 high school students get a head start on their college education thanks to dual credit courses made possible by Fox Valley Technical College. These are college-level classes that high school students take for free, saving on average more than $600 per student. Learn more at fvtc.edu/gettechnical. Again, that's fvtc.edu/gettechnical. In the corner is Aaron Zimmer, finds Lenz. Lenz, nice shot fake, gets it up and good. His fourth three-pointer of the half. Drew Lenz has taken over and cut the lead to 14. After the missed free throw by Hardy, a nice possession for Winneconne. The fourth three-pointer of the game for the freshman. Ross Blahowski driving left, and in a game that was looking like the starters for Appleton North might be sitting for the final couple minutes, they are all in the game right now. Here's Sweeney, kicks it to Ramus. Ramus drives baseline, nice drive, but can't get the layup to go. Another offensive rebound for Ramus, finds Ross Blahowski as they lose track of the sophomore who's got 22. Lenz pulls up for three again, why not? No good on that attempt, and back in transition, Sweeney gets ahead of Lenz, and the scoop layup, no good. Sweeney cannot finish on that one. No numbers here, but Ingles will take it inside, gets blocked, but it'll stay on the Winneconne side of the floor. 87-71 as Winneconne has made it a lot closer here late in this one. Perhaps taking a timeout here. And it will be a timeout, a 30-second timeout for Coach Flanagan of Winneconne. We will do the same here on Zaleski Sports.
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was the class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. We were mistaken, it was a full timeout, but that gives us a chance to hear a word from today's sponsors. Visit Marshfield to see the largest holiday lights display in central Wisconsin, featuring over 2 million lights at Wildwood Park. Open every night from 5 to 9 p.m. from today through New Year's Eve. Admission is free with a suggested donation of non-perishable food or cash. For more information, go to visitmarshfield.com. And tonight's game also brought to you by Fleet Farm. Today was Black Friday at Fleet Farm. The deals were here. Doors opened early, and the first 500 customers received a free plush moose and had a chance to shop this year's best deals. You can see more at fleetfarm.com. Out of the inbounds, out of the timeout, pardon me, it'll be an inbound for Cal Volpe. 16-point lead for Appleton North in a high-scoring affair here, 87-71. Lenz, they see, drawing a lot more attention to the freshman. Nearly an and one opportunity for Aaron Zimmer. He will head to the line for 2 free throws. Hardy's first foul, team 6th. Zimmer's first free throw attempt of the night is good. Winneconne's been great from the stripe in limited opportunities tonight. Have yet to miss a free throw as a team. And they are now 8 for 8. And against the press, it'll be Sweeney and Hardy in the backcourt, as it's now 87-73. Down low, it's Arft. He's met by a double team. Crashing was Hardy there against the 1-3-1. Inside again, Arft, contested by Zimmer, grabs his own board. Rosplahowski to Hardy, great cut from the senior. Can't finish as there's a lid on the bucket inside for this Lightning team. Zimmer will bring it down, looking for a more comfortable ball handler here, though, needs help from his teammates. Gets it to Lenz. Lenz looking to drive left, behind the back, and will lose it. Turnover there for Winneconne, just their second of the half. Out in transition, Sweeney fouled and can't give up an uncontested layup there. Good, smart foul there from Parker Ingalls. Fifth of the half for Winneconne. Ingalls second. Sweeney to the line. He's 1 for 1 from the stripe today. First free throw is good for the senior leader. Dallas Walker back in as Bushing heads to the bench. 88-73. As Winneconne stepped on the gas here in the second half. Sweeney converts on both of his free throws. 89-73. As Lenz will bring it down. He has been absolutely torrid in the second half from downtown. Shot fake for Ingalls. 3 off the mark. Dallas Walker will clean up underneath, making an impact straight off the bench. Full court press coming here from Winneconne. Needing to get back as Hardy now has numbers. 3-on-3. He finds Arft. Arft reverse layup is good. Lenz against Rosplahowski here. Goes baseline, met by a couple defenders. Pass is tipped. Volpe for 3. Made one in the first half, and he's got his first of the second frame. 91-78 as Cal Volpe has 6 on the night. Bringing it across the timeline, Grant Hardy as Winneconne backs off on the full court press. Sweeney, the leading scorer of tonight's game. Been a little bit more quiet here in the second half. He'll drive, gives to Hardy, and Appleton North is going to be judicious with their second half opportunities here. They're going to make sure to take at least 20 seconds off the clock each time they have the ball. Foul called. I believe it's going to be on the floor. Walker's fourth. Team sixth, so Appleton North into the bonus. They'll be shooting the rest of the way, so long as it's not in a Winneconne offensive foul. 4:17 to go, 13-point game. Nice inbound play there from Hardy to Sweeney. Foul, I did not hear the whistle, but certainly Sweeney got hacked as he goes inside. Team seventh foul, 2 guaranteed free throws here on the shooting foul. That was Lenz's first. As he gets the first to go, it does Sweeney. He has yet to miss a free throw. He's 4 for 4. Aberly back into the game with the Richard Hamilton style face mask. Nursing some sort of facial injury, but able to play here tonight. Sweeney 5 for 5 from the line as the Lightning are up to 93 points. They've got a 15-point advantage over Winneconne, as the Wolves have really pressed here in the second half. After scoring just 35 in the first half, they're already at 43 with 4 minutes to go in the latter frame. Ingles gets the shot to go, but that's well after the foul. 7th foul of the half for the Lightning, so a 1-and-1 opportunity for Parker Ingles. Ingles is 2 for 2 at the line tonight. Our first single bonus opportunity of this game, as that was on Alexander Radke, his second. Ingles knocks down the first, earns the second. We'll be shooting the rest of the way for both of these teams, as we're approaching 100 points for Appleton North, and Winneconne has broken the 80 mark. (80-93), as Winneconne has played outstanding ever since the midway point of the first half, and at least offensively. Appleton North has still had their way for the most part on their offensive end of the floor, although Winneconne upping the defensive pressure now. Ross Blahowski gets by Aberly, and the sophomore standout for Appleton North will head to the line on a 1-and-1. Aberly second. Ross Blahowski at the line tonight has only had a couple of and-one opportunities. He's 2 for 2 in 2 separate trips. Left-handed shot is good. Saw him roll one off the front side of the rim with his backspin earlier. That one straight through the middle. 3 for 3 at the line. The 6'1" sophomore, 4 for 4. As Appleton North has struggled in certain aspects here in the second half, defensively, certainly, they have not struggled from the free throw line, not letting this game get away that way. Baseline pass to Volpe, rotates to Ingles. Ingles spinning, scooping, artistic to the lane there, but can't get it to go. Ross Blahowski with it, again with the impressive vertical there, gets up to eye level with the rim. It's 97-80 off the fast break. Shot from Lenz is too strong. Ramus met by Bartel. 3 minutes to go here from the Oshkosh Arena in the middle game of our triple header. Sweeney into the lane, scooping, and no good. 3-on-2 here for Winneconne. Can they take advantage? Bartel gives to Ingles. Ingles for 3. Too strong. I like that idea from Bartel, though. You're going to need a couple of three-point baskets at least to get back into this one. Might as well get one with numbers advantage. Aberly picks it off. 3rd turnover of the half for the Lightning. Bartel crossing over on Hardy in the matchup of number 5. Pass to Volpe. And relocating as time is now becoming the friend of Appleton North. Nice drive from Bartel, but too strong. 97-80 remains our score, as both teams have gone a little bit cold here the last 2 minutes. couple of subs ready to check in, including Dallas Walker with his 4 fouls. Hardy short from inside. Ramus relocates, and again, Appleton North more than happy to make each possession a long one. Search for only a high conversion chance. Ross Blahowski to Ramus on the back cut, but Ingles steals it. Another turnover for the Lightning. Ingles in transition, right-handed layup from the left side, no good. Sweeney, you saw him looking out ahead there to push it in transition, but knew he didn't have the numbers initially. And again, they're going to slow things down as we approach 90 seconds, and it's going to be a little bit of not too little necessarily, as Ross Blahowski back to Ramus. Ramus deep 3. And Radke with the offensive board. Not too little for Winneconne, pardon me, as Sweeney finishes and gets the team to 99. 80 points for Winneconne. Not too little, but certainly too late, as they're down 19 with 1:14 to go here. Timeout called by Coach John Flanagan. Waiting to see if it's a 30-second or a full timeout. We will head to a break regardless here on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
I actually described Fox Valley Tech as a home away from home.
It was very comforting that it was the class size of 20 people or less.
Cost is a huge factor. When I look at Fox Valley Technical College, you're not spending that much for a degree.
If I was 30 when I went back to school here, I have had no regrets.
I think the hands-on training really sets us apart.
They will do anything to make sure that you succeed. You are going to get the education that you came for.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. Gunnar Zippert along with Mike Wendland. 74 seconds to go here from the Oshkosh Arena. 99-80 our score, as Appleton North looking to break into triple digits here, but Winneconne has played a great second half. Certainly lots of positive takeaways to take from this game for Coach John Flanagan's team, is certainly on the offensive end of the floor. 8th team foul here against the Lightning will be on Howie Gilbo, his second. 1-and-1 coming for Parker Ingles. He converted both 1-and-1 free throws earlier. Drew Lenz has looked great as a freshman in his first game for Coach Flanagan. Parker Ingles really stepped up after a slow start, and certainly a lot to like for this Winneconne team. Again, playing a school with over 3 times as many students. This is going to be their toughest test all year, and they have hung tough here in the second half. Across the timeline is Howie Gilbo, as a couple of new substitutions coming in here for Appleton North during the break. Number 20 into the game for the first time, Grant Gabby. And number 10 back in is Ethan Eisenberg. We've seen him a couple of times throughout the game, along with Gilbo, Radke, and Dane Smith. Smith gives it to Gabby, and they're going to be content to run out the clock here, but find a high percentage look inside, see if Winneconne ups the pressure. They go inside to Gilbo, nearly forces a turnover, refs being lenient there. Eisenberg, no good inside. Layups have been a problem for the Appleton North Lightning in this second half. 30 seconds to go, 17-point game. Zimmer finds Ingles. Ingles baseline, scooping it again, looking for a foul. He goes to the deck, and they'll blow the whistle there, just to give Ingles a chance to recombobulate himself. And they will call a foul. Pardon me. Out of bounds. Taken by Appleton North. Third game of our triple header coming up after the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. That'll be Bayport against Oshkosh West. Dallas Walker's going to sub in for Ingles, and that'll be the end of Ingles' day. He had a slow start, like I said, but really came on in the latter portion of the first and certainly the second half, finishing around 20 points on the game. Dane Smith off the press break, looking for a teammate. Gilbo in the corner, drives. Hook shot is good. Howie Gilbo has 6 and gets Appleton North to 101. 101 to 82. Bushing to Aberly. Got to get a shot off here for Winneconne. Walker does get it. It's good if it goes, and it's off the mark. A final margin of victory of 19 for the Appleton North Lightning in what became a closer game than you might have expected at halftime. Winneconne certainly hung tough against a much larger school. Both of these teams hoping for great things this season. We will send it to the Nasonville Dairy postgame show once again. This is Gunnar Zippert along with Mike Wendland. We'll have final stats for you right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fure, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy.
Thank you for joining us on the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Mike Wendland on the production side, along with myself, Gunnar Zippert, as Appleton North getting their photo taken. They've done that for every team so far today. A cool opportunity here at the G League affiliate of the Milwaukee Bucks, the Wisconsin Herd. Final score in our middle game, 101 to 82. Final scorers, first for the visiting Winneconne Wolves, led by a tie. Senior Parker Ingalls in his final year with the Wolves with 23, and you can see Ingalls and Lenz at midcourt right now getting some sort of recognition along with Sweeney and Hardy of Appleton North, players of the game. Ingalls with 23, Drew Lenz, the freshman, in his varsity debut with 23. Other scorers for Winneconne, Dallas Walker with 13. He was on the state champion football team as well, playing on the line. Gage Bartell with 10. Cal Volpe with a couple of three-pointers. He had 6. And Aaron Zimmer with 7 points. And for the Lightning, it was Will Sweeney with 33, including, I believe, 5 for 5 at the line and 6 made three-pointers on the day. Matt Rosblahowski with 24, the sophomore. All of his damage coming inside, no three-pointers for him. Grant Hardy with 19, the Winona State commit. Nathan Ramus didn't take very many shots today. The Northern Michigan commit instead distributed. He finishes with 2 points. Howie Gilbo with 6. Ethan Arft, the sophomore, with 14. And Alexander Radke with 2 as they get into triple digits. Thank you for joining us here tonight in our middle game of this triple header. We'll end the broadcast right now and start the separate broadcast for our final game, Bayport versus Oshkosh West. Once again, thank you for joining us. Gunnar Zippert along with Mike Wendland here from Oshkosh Arena on Zaleski Sports.